Hi guys, so I've already provided a video that kind of covered my thoughts on first cycle use, and that was actually a pretty old video. I filmed that now probably 4 years ago, and my thoughts haven't changed. My thought process is still obviously use the least amount of drugs to get the most amount of results. Now, when I watched that video back, I think that I possibly maybe overprescribed in regards to the dosages somewhat. Not especially, but the video I was like, you could work up to 400 milligrams a week of Test E, and now as 4 years has progressed and I've coached hundreds of people, I've probably seen that you can actually probably do better off of even less than that. And I think that working up to 400 is okay, but I think that you should probably be looking to maybe run even less. And if you were to utilize 300 for your first cycle, that would be ideal. Choice you've made based on your health and your goals and what you feel comfortable with doing. You'll then come to your second cycle, and the question is, what do we do for this second cycle? How big of a step do we need to make? Now, hopefully in this cruise period or this off period, you've been even more meticulous in regards to holding your progress that you made from your first cycle. And if that's the case, it doesn't take very much more to see a step forward again. So the goal really is to end your cruise having held all of your performance increases in the gym. Now, we obviously know that produce an adaptive response, we have to expose our body to a novel stimulus. So all the while through our first cycle, we were experiencing a novel stimulus, which is why we were making such steps forwards in hypertrophy. Now, if you've maintained that performance ready to start your second cycle, you're then going to expose yourself to all new levels of novel stimulus again, which is when you take the next step forward. So obviously, if in this bridging period between the two cycles, if you haven't been particularly meticulous and you've taken a step back, you have to then get back to where you were before you can step forward again. It's inevitable that you'll probably lose some. It's just the way it is. But if you train really damn hard and you're really on it with your food, then you can retain most of what you kind of gained from your first cycle. So in regards to what do we then use for the second one, I think that let's say we use 300 milligrams of test, whatever ester that you prefer for your first cycle, it could literally be as little as 350 to 400 milligrams for your second cycle. Like, the realism is that if all other things are even and equal and that your training and your nutrition is incredibly meticulous, you will need more drugs to make more progress. That's the long and short of that. But what we're trying to achieve is getting to our end goal, which may be an incredibly muscular physique off of the least drugs possible, because once you start to get to 250 pounds, and then you're starting to wonder, okay, how do I get to 265? How do I get to 280? How do I get to 300?